Today in Granny's kitchen we're going to make Scottish oatcakes. This is a traditional recipe and there are many variations, but for this one 250 grams of oatmeal, and you can either use coarse oatmeal or a finer oatmeal depending on the type of oatcakes you would like. I'm also going to use a little wholemeal flour, about 60 grams, half a teaspoonful of bicarbonate of soda, some salt and black pepper, and butter, and a little warm water. So I've placed all my ingredients, all the dry ingredients. I've actually used a mixture of rough oatmeal and the finer oatmeal, the butter, the salt, the pepper, and the bicarbonate of soda, the actual baking soda. So what we need to do now is similar to what we do with the scones, is just rub the butter, make sure your hands have been well scrubbed, rub the butter into the dry ingredients until it resembles fine breadcrumbs. Okay, so that was the 60 grams of butter, 225 grams of the oatmeal. And the recipes are all on my Facebook group, so make sure you join the Facebook group, Granny's Scottish Kitchen, and also like and subscribe when you're watching the video. Okay, so you can see it's beginning to come into fine breadcrumbs now. So these will keep about 3 or 4 days in an airtight tin, because obviously it's fresh goods, so you're not adding any preservatives or anything. So now I'm going to turn this out onto a board and roll it between 2 sheets of paper and cut out the oatcakes. I've rolled out a sheet of baking parchment or greaseproof paper would do. I've taken half the mixture. I've got some wholemeal flour here just to keep that from sticking, and I'm going to add another sheet on top because I want these to be rolled out to about ½ centimetre if possible. You don't want great big thick oatcakes, so I'm just going to roll that out as much as possible. And the parchment paper is really good because it means it's not going to stick. So just a case of just keep checking just to see how that's coming along. And again, if your mixture is a little bit too wet, you can always, add a little bit more flour on top. I can scatter a little bit flour on the baking tray, or you can add a silicone sheet or parchment paper, whatever. Get a big scone cutter, a big cutter, and just mark out your oatcake. Again, you might have to just pare some away at the side there and lift that up, put it onto your baking tray like that, and we should maybe get about 8 on this baking tray. So now I'm going to put them into my preheated oven. It was heating at 170 degrees Celsius, and they'll bake in there for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, your oatcakes are ready to remove from the oven, and just very carefully transfer them from your baking tray to a cooling rack. I'm just using a grill pan with some kitchen roll on the top. They've turned out really well, nice snap, be nice with some dips as well. The recipe actually made 20, but everybody's been coming in the kitchen to eat them. So anyhow, I've put some cheddar cheese and some chutney on the one that I'm going to taste. Very nice. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and the recipe can be downloaded from my Facebook group in the files area.